Recently, mages got a rework to their Living Flame, making it last 10 seconds instead of 20, and a 30-second CD instead of 1 minute. It also travels a bit slower, so now you can outrun it in PvP. So how much of a nerf really is this? First, click the subscribe button, and I'll tell you. Let's start with rating. I pulled some logs from a top DPS mage who ran the raid on Monday before the nerf and Tuesday after. It seems on short fights of under 50 seconds, it's a massive nerf. Take a look at this viscous fallout kill of 36 seconds. The mage only has time for 1 Living Flame now. Before the change, it does 4.5k damage with 1 cast, and after, it does only 1.5k. So what about fights longer than 50 seconds? Before the nerf, 2 casts of Living Flame was doing 10k damage on Menagerie, and 8.5k after the nerf. Now I know Menagerie is a bit of an RNG fight with how the mobs are being tanked, so let's look at Electrocutioner. 4.1k before the nerf, and 3.3k after. And it's possible that the mage has slightly better gear on the March 12th pull than on March 1st. After reviewing the Living Flame change, it seems like it's about a 60% nerf on fights that last 30 to 45 seconds, and about a 15% nerf on fights that last longer than 45 seconds. Let's take a look at what Kevin has to say about how it's affected dungeon cleave and mage boosting.
There's nice parts of it, but obvious disadvantage as well. The nice part is if you mess up a Living Flame or whatever, it's just up more frequently. So it's less punishing. If you get it like a Living Flame resist, it's not as annoying. So it's I'm conflicted. Least favorite thing though is it doesn't top you. In the pull like this, it doesn't top you anymore.
So it seems that even with the nerf, Kevin is still able to solo Scarlet Monastery in 1 pull. However, it leaves less room for error with the flame, and it doesn't last long enough now to full heal you if you take too much damage during the pull. I'd say it's a bit of a nerf in that regard. Unless you get a resist, then it's kind of a slight buff, because you don't have to wait as long again for it to come back up. Okay, now for PvP. 2 days ago, Zaryu was destroying Moonfire Beam in PvP in almost every single duel, especially when he had Ice Block up.
I'm gonna be real. I'm saying this. I think Mage is favored in this matchup. I think Mages should beat Moonkins.
So here's a clip of Zaryu after his 3rd loss in a row versus Moonfire Beam.
Man, I don't know. That seems way harder now. Change spec now. I mean, what do you think? Icy Veins instead of Living Flame? Here, let's take a look at how much damage Living Flame did the last duel. It hit once. It hit 1 time. Living Flame 1 hit. Because you just kite it now and it ends.
Since people can just outrun the Living Flame now, it almost doesn't even seem worse to use. However, Moonfire Beam was losing a lot to a Fire Mage who was simply able to out DPS him during his combustion window.
So this Fire Mage is farming Moonfire. Cinderella's winning every time his Fire. I guess his Fire, the damage is so high that he doesn't even have good gear either.
So maybe Fire Mage is the new play? So maybe Glass Cannon is the new comp? Just seeing on who can kill each other first by simply doing more damage. Okay, that's it for today's mage changes. If you like World of Warcraft videos, please hit subscribe and check me out on twitch.tv/Sardaco. I'm live every day at 5 p.m. I'll see you next time.